Face reality, people. Movies are dead. Games are dead. Narrative? Dead.
Media is nothing but neural trigger response and viral conditioning.
Wait, what are you two talking about?
Okay, Superman. Superman 2025. What does Jordan think about this fucking movie? It's alright. That is all. But I think that was kind of the point of what they were trying to, like, I was not expecting risk-taking, really. Well, I left room for it. One of the trailers, like, okay, there's something here to that. Some character development for the Superman character. He's not just, a superpower guy. There's character to him. But I think what they ended up doing was playing it safe and just making it pretty campy and, feel goody, shit like that. So it's like, it's it's all right. It's not the worst thing ever. There's a good amount of flubs that are in the movie. You can a lot of explanation things like they're talking to children type of shit, like overly explained things. Even the scene with Supergirl, right? Even that scene where, oh, she likes to go to red planets to get drunk because the yellow sun will, like the yellow sun doesn't allow us to get intoxicated on Earth, right? So she has to go find a red sun to go party at and shit to get drunk like a college kid or something. And it's like everything's just being overly explained. That to me is definitely the main negative. Also, there's other negatives. Some of the pacing, where it feels like time is we're just teleporting through time. We're teleporting through locations. All right, and it's just like, ugh, makes the world feel small. But there's definitely a campy shininess to it that I think fans will find endearing. And they did the thing that they want to do the most, like their most important goal, right? Is probably to not fuck it up. That's probably what their goal was. Release a Superman movie that is not so god awful that even the average moviegoer will notice the little fuck ups throughout the movie. Right? But is this movie excellent? Nah. Sorry, it's not excellent. It's kind of fun, but it's not like the first Avengers. It's not like that fun. The Joss Whedon Avengers 1, right? It's not as fun as that. That movie was like just fun all up and down that fucking thing. It's fun and entertaining. This one, though, once again, playing it safe, going very linear, very obvious, like setups and then conclusions to the setups. Like they're doing that on purpose to make it easily consumable by the audience, which I understand but hate personally. I'm like, dude, take a risk, make something epic, make something beautiful, dangerous. I don't mean dangerous in the sense of violence or anything like that, although there is some violence in here. Not crazy violence, but like, superheroes dropping villains 1,000 feet to their death, right, is kind of crazy. Like, intentionally, like, just drop, like, that was kind of crazy, but whatever, different type of hero, I guess. How did the guy do as Superman? Like, he was fine. Nothing bad. I didn't notice anything bad about him or his acting or like that. It's just, okay. Did an alright job. Although he's mostly Superman in the movie, right? He's not playing Clark Kent as often in this movie. So I guess jury's out on that. But overall, alright movie. Lois Lane was fine. There were some cringy moments from Lex Luthor. Like some like kind of whiny, like trying to be psychopathic type of thing. Like there's a movie called The Order that this Nicholas Hoult guy was in. And I think that was more where I want Lex Luthor to be like very cerebral and calculated. Even though he is in this movie, but there's moments where he's like, ah, just like screaming and shit. Like, dude, I want the suave, quiet businessman that's just like a psycho. He just fucking moves. But when he's in front of people, that's when he overly acts like Candace Owens. Like fake smiling, fake laughing, shit like that. That'd work for me, for that character. But you know what? It's fine. It's not the worst thing ever, but it wasn't awesome for me, the Lex Luthor character. Uh, Superman's parents, they were kind of awesome, actually. The tone and the way they talked and behaved was actually awesome. What happened with Superman's like biological parents? Like they had like this thing where they're saying these nice, hopeful, beautiful things, and then the video like skips, and then it's like now they're saying like mean, destroy the world type shit, or like tyrannical takeover type shit. I might have missed it. Maybe it got hacked or something, or maybe they just actually did that. They're just actually like assholes like that. I didn't really pick up on what happened with that. Forgive me. Yeah, I mean, other than that, it's just a straightforward, very like pretty campy. You got a bunch of Palestinians screaming for Superman, like "Pet Superman, Superman." I think that seemed like a symbol for Israel, Palestine, or Israel, Gaza. That's what it looked like. Even the guy, even though the dictator, the bad guy of Bavaria, the fuck was the name of the country? Some shit like that. Even aesthetically, it reminded me of Netanyahu a bit, except for the longer hair. That's it. Yeah, the whole idea of of it being like an immigrant story. I think people got trolled with that one. I don't think it's overly like that. They're not hyper focused on him being an immigrant. There's some elements to it, but it's kind of normal for a Superman movie to where they view him as like kind of a threat because he's foreign, right? He's an alien. But it wasn't over the top politically talking about immigration. I think it was more about anti-war stuff was actually more of the thing, or that had a heavier hand of political commentary than immigration or illegal immigration. But whatever. Other than that, just kind of simple story. Average, I'd say. But I think fans will like it because it's not the worst thing ever. That's where we're at. Fans have been getting dunked on so hard by these dog shit movies that something that's just kind of, let's be real, average and probably like a little slightly below average of a film is going to be held up as God tier. That's my guess, but I could be wrong, but I'm sure it'll be held up as God tier because they're so used to getting dog shit. But whatever. Do I recommend this movie? Sure. If you're a Superman fan or superhero movie fan, yeah, go check out Superman. I think you'll have, if you're just an average fan, like you'll probably have fun. For the critical movie watchers, like you're gonna see some fuck ups. They will be very noticeable, and it'll sound, a lot of this shit will sound like anime screenwriting or like an anime screenplay, where it's just explaining events, explaining plots. When I'm like, we can see that, like we can see it right in front of our faces, like. You don't have to explain it in dialogue like that. It just comes off as like tacky in a way. But whatever. I recommend to the average movie fan. My grade, I'm gonna give this movie a 6.97 out of 10. I think it's like slightly below average. But the once again, this is for me a one time only watch. I have no reason to come back to this. Even if they make another movie, right, which they probably will, or they make a universe thing, this will not be the most important movie to me. Like they need to step it up, in my humble opinion. Step it up, add some sophistication, add some depth, some layers to it, and then you're onto something. But the positive side of things is that they didn't bury themselves in so much dog shit that they can't come back from it, right? Like this is something that can actually be elevated. They can take what they have here, they build like a a base, an average base, but it's still a base there. They built that, and they can go forward from here and try to improve. But it's not Batman Begins. Like that's an origin story. That is legit. They built the psyche, the philosophy of not just Batman but the city around him and what the movies are supposed to be about. They built it in that movie. This does not really do that, but it's not so much dog shit that you can't build from here. They can with this. So, anyways, here's your score: 6.9, 7 out of 10. Yeah, there it is. Superman 2025. Ugh.